I've got so many questions. I was watching the daily press conferences from President Trump in America, and he's got quite a interesting group of advisors behind him, and occasionally they'll get up and talk. And there's a woman, I forgot her name, that got up 2 days ago and said that the cases of mortality so far, it's 1% under the age of 50. And that number really struck out to me. And then she said the ones that are over 50, many of those had at least 3 pre-existing conditions, some type of respiratory condition, et cetera, et cetera. First of all, do those sound accurate to you? And second of all, what does that mean? I know you released a video recently that walked through various things, male, female, age, even body fat percentage as far as who is potentially susceptible to this disease. What have you seen so far, and do those numbers make sense to you?
Yeah, there's basically 2 sets of data we've got on this. There's the first 72,000 cases were reported on by the Chinese Center for Disease Control. So there's quite a lot of epidemiological data from China. And also there's some early epidemiological data from Italy. Now, the data from both of those countries was I think you'd have to say broadly consistent between the epidemiology of serious cases in those countries. So the case fatality rate is the number of people basically that die per 100 that are infected. It's a percentage. So my medical officer is currently estimating it might pan out at about 1% as an overall. Now, it's very hard to estimate this because suppose there was 10 people died from 100 that were diagnosed. Then that will give you a case fatality ratio of 10%. But for that 100 that were officially diagnosed, there could be 900 patients who had the disease but weren't diagnosed and had a very mild form of the disease. So instead of giving you 10 in 100 deaths, that will give you 10 in 1,000 deaths. So this is the great hope in this, that we are seriously underdiagnosing the overall infected numbers and therefore greatly overestimating the death rate. But it's certainly true from all the data we have so far that the probability of death increases with increasing age.